Mugen Tsukuyomi, or Moon Eye Plan, is a jutsu that can put all shinobi into a deep sleep through eternal Genjutsu. To be able to carry out this plan, Black Zetsu influenced Madara. Madara, who at that time wanted to save his clan and also wanted world peace, read Hagoromo's Uchiha stone relic. However, the legacy of the stone did not save the Uchiha clan, but rather resurrecting Kaguya's Otsutsuki with Mugen Tsukuyomi. The legacy of the stone was changed by Black Zetsu to resurrect his mother.
羽衣の残した石碑だ。書き換えさせてもらったよ。無限つくよみこそが内派の救われる道であると。
After following the writings from the Uchiha stone, Madara succeeded in awakening his Rinnegan by combining parts of Hashirama's body into himself. With this incident, he was able to summon the Gitamazo statue. After connecting Hashirama's DNA into the Gitamazo statue, Madara succeeded in creating an artificial human called Zetsu. Here Madara thinks that he was the one who created Zetsu. However, it was actually Black Zetsu who did it. He took out the previous victims who had been hit by the Mugen Tsukuyomi.
だが本当はかつての無限つくよみにかけられた人々を俺が魔像から抽出してみせただけだ。
As time passed, Madara realized that he didn't have much longer to live. He also needed a pawn to be able to continue his Mugen Tsukuyomi plan. His first pawn at that time was Nagato, who came from Amegakure. Madara transplanted his Rinnegan eyes to Nagato because he believed that Nagato could use his Rinnegan eyes perfectly. And what's more, Nagato himself is a descendant of the Uzumaki clan, which is famous for having very large chakra. Madara's goal in giving the Rinnegan eyes to Nagato was to bring him back to life later. When the Third Shinobi World War occurred, Madara manipulated the Kirigakure shinobi by making Rin his victim, to serve as a vessel for the Jinchuriki Shambi. By taking advantage of the events of the Third Shinobi World War, Madara succeeded in manipulating a child from the Uchiha clan named Obito.
あの小娘を賛美の陣中にし、木の葉で暴れさせる計画は俺が仕込んだことだ。霧隠れではない。
Madara at that time ordered Black Zetsu to guide Obito, so he could continue his plan. Then Obito and Black Zetsu went to Amegakure village and invited Nagato to work with him, because only Rinnegan users can summon Gitamazo statues, which are containers for Biju monsters. And from here, we will learn about the beginning of the Akatsuki organization and its true goals. Akatsuki is one of the most powerful organizations ever introduced in the Naruto anime. Before getting into the topic of the video, we must first know how the Akatsuki organization was formed. At that time Obito and Black Zetsu came to meet Nagato, who happened to be with Yahiko and Konan. At that time, Obito introduced himself as Madara and invited the three of them to work together to create world peace through the Moon Eye Plan or Mugen Tsukuyomi. However, Yahiko refused the invitation because he had differences of opinion with Obito on how to create world peace, and in the end Obito was left alone by the three of them. Not long afterward, several members of the Kirigakure shinobi at that time wanted to join Yahiko's group as his subordinates. However, Yahiko refused the request and told them all, not as subordinates, but as teammates. After this incident, an organization called Akatsuki was formed. The leader of this organization at that time was Yahiko. The aim of this organization being formed is to create world peace without war and can be achieved even without force. As time went by, this organization got bigger and made Hanzo afraid that the existence of this organization would replace his leadership in Amegakure village. This gave rise to Hanzo's evil intentions, and finally Konan became a hostage by his group. Seeing this incident, Yahiko sacrificed himself to save Konan, and finally Yahiko died right in front of Nagato. With this, the leadership of the Akatsuki organization was replaced by Nagato. It didn't stop there. The other Akatsuki members were all killed by Obito and Zetsu. With the death of Yahiko, the goals of the Akatsuki organization changed. Nagato had fallen into darkness. It was easy for Obito to manipulate Nagato and get him to follow his plan, namely creating world peace through Mugen Tsukuyomi by collecting all the Biju monsters and put it in one container, namely the Gitamazo statue. However, Nagato at that time did not fully follow Obito's plan. He intended to use the Biju's power to rule the world so that all major countries would submit to him.
世界を征服する。
To be able to carry out this plan, They need new members. After Nagato made himself 6 members of Pain, Obito told Nagato and the others to gather at least 10 new members, not including himself. Currently, the Akatsuki organization has 3 members, namely Nagato, Konan, and Zetsu. At that time, Obito had found 3 candidates to become members of the Akatsuki organization. The 3 candidates are Kakuzu, Sasori, and Uchiha Itachi. Then they began carrying out their mission to recruit new members.